Hi there, I'm going to tell you a bit about what's going on in northeast Nigeria. The conflict between the Nigerian military and the group Boko Haram has been ongoing for about 8 years now. It began in Borno State, spread across the northeast of the country, and spilled over into neighboring countries. So how many people have been affected by this conflict? More than 2 million people have been forced to flee their homes. Thousands have died in the fighting, and even more than that by malnutrition, malaria, and measles. In fact, no one knows how many people have died for sure. Humanitarian organizations like MSF haven't been able to work in areas held by Boko Haram or in areas that are contested by the two sides. So what help is MSF providing? Today, MSF is working in 11 towns in Borno State. We run hospitals, we treat malnourished children, we treat disease outbreaks, and we provide water and sanitation services. Our teams have also distributed more than 2,000 tons of food, given the shockingly high rates of malnutrition that we saw last year. Last year, when our teams reached Bama, they found an entirely deserted town, except for within the walls of an abandoned hospital compound, where 24,000 people were living without adequate food, water, shelter, or medical care. 39% of the children screened had the most severe form of malnutrition. So why were people so malnourished? The war destroyed farmland and infrastructure. The military sought to cut off resources and funding to Boko Haram, who in turn robbed villages for food and supplies. People could not go out to farm or to fish or to sell their goods in the market and went hungry as a result. So has the situation improved at all? Since last year, UN agencies and aid organizations have arrived in the capital, Maiduguri, and have since as well gone out to the heavily militarized towns outside. Thousands of people across the state are almost entirely reliant on external aid to survive. But this is where we're able to go. What's happening for people in the countryside or in areas held by Boko Haram is unknown. We're very concerned there may be people out there suffering who we can't reach. So what is most striking about this conflict? It's almost as if it's a war without wounded. The majority of the fighting takes place in the countryside where outsiders can't go. The battle wounded we see are malnourished children and people without access to shelter, water, and healthcare. The ongoing conflict means that for millions of people, they have little chance of going home anytime soon. Providing them with life-saving assistance remains as important as ever.